I started posting covers on Instagram when I was like 13.
Wow, you on it early.
Yeah, like 13, 14 years old. That's kind of when I started posting covers, singing like other people's songs or like making little remixes, and then I'm Just Bait would like always repost my stuff, and then I kind of gained like a fan base from there. And then I was like, do you know what? Like,
I could do this.
Love that. So I spoke to my mum. My mum was like, yeah, we have to finish school first. So I went to sixth form, and after that, that's when I started taking it really seriously.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am so excited to have Alana Maria on the show today. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
So, should we just start off with age, where you're from?
Okay.
A bit about you.
So my name is Alana Maria. I'm 21 years old. I'm born and raised in West London, and I am a singer.
What kind of genre?
So I would say R&B. Anything with the base of R&B, I'm there. Basically.
So before we get into your music, actually, I just want to get to know a little bit about you. So
okay.
What is it that you like outside of music? Like, what do you get up to?
So well, music is literally my life. Like, that is my day-to-day thing. But I was also an athlete before.
Okay,
I
nice.
became, an artist. I run 100 meters.
Cool.
200. I do hurdles and relay, but I would say 100 is my main event. So I love to run. I love to be out in nature because
nice.
Where I live is full of trees.
Yeah, nice.
I like to meditate. I'll say I like to kind of anything that I can do to take me away from being in a hectic environment. I'll say is what I do the most, just because music is so full on. So anything that can kind of get me back to being tranquil. I'm really enjoying working out as well. Like, I stopped during lockdown time, but I've gotten back into it.
Do you actually go to a gym, or like where do you work out?
So I would do home workouts, workouts in the field, or I'll go to the gym.
Nice.
And I've actually really been enjoying it.
Good. Like, you are giving me very like calm Zen vibes. Yeah. So I definitely feel like it fits your genre. It's good.
No, I do. I'm like, this is the thing. My personality is I'm on both ends of the spectrum. So I would be extremely hyperactive, lit, bubbly, or I'm just extremely
chill. Yeah.
Introverted. Like, there's no in between.
So okay, let's get into the music. Do you want to give like the story of how you got into it?
Okay, this story. Oh my god. Okay, cool. So I've been singing since I was like 5 or 6 years old. I've grown up in a musical household. So there's always music playing. So regardless whether I liked it or not, music was always something that I would hear and be involved with. I started posting covers on Instagram when I was like 13.
Wow, you on it early.
Yeah, like 13, 14 years old. That's kind of when I started posting covers, singing like other people's songs or like making little remixes, and then I'm Just Bait would like always repost my stuff, and then I kind of gained like a fan base from there. And then I was like, do you know what? Like,
I could do this. Love that.
So I spoke to my mum. My mum was like, yeah, we have to finish school first. So I went to sixth form, and after that, that's when I started taking it really seriously. So throughout that time of like 13 to 18, I was posting covers and just having fun, writing at home. I started writing when I was like 12, 13, 14. Around that age is when I started to write my own songs.
So musically, like, who inspired you, artist-wise?
I would say, well, from young, I would say my mum, to be honest, because that's who I heard around the house singing majority of the time, or teaching me certain things. My mum also got me into dancing as well. So from young, it's like literally my mum has literally been my manager from birth.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, Alana's mum is her manager. Do you want to just give like the background of like what your mum was doing in the industry?
So she was in a girl group and she was a singer, and she was out in LA for a while doing her thing out there before I was born, obviously. But yeah, so I started doing covers, and then I thought, you know what, let me show people that I can actually write my own lyrics and make my own songs, not just making remixes of other people's songs. So I made a song called Cliche.
Okay.
And I just posted it on my, like, I was going to start a YouTube channel of just my personality, because I just wanted to you know, people thought, oh, like, you're so funny, just be yourself on YouTube. So I thought, cool. But I posted like a little audio on there, and it done really well. It got like 35k views.
Sick.
And I just posted it on there just to show people, oh, like, you know, I can actually write as well. It's not just covers. And I got noticed by labels from that single.
Amazing.
And
So when was this? When was
this
the
was
Cliche
like
song?
I released Cliche 2018.
2018.
So when I was 17 years old. And that was my first ever drop. And I got noticed by a few labels. And it was all weird to me. I was like, wait, hold on, this is weird. Like, how can I go from covers?
Yeah, literally moving fast.
To now labels wanting to, from this one song. And they, when I had like meetings, they were saying, oh, like, you keep coming up in our, like, they've got like this social week thing.
Okay.
They see who's trending every week. And A&Rs were like, just keep an eye out on who's kind of.
So was this specifically on YouTube or?
Instagram.
Instagram, okay, yeah. Cool.
So they would, on Instagram, they've got like this top, I don't know how many, I'll probably roughly say maybe 10, but they would see who's continuously coming up. And because of all the covers and stuff that I was doing, just literally out for fun, out of passion, they were like, you kept coming up and we just wanted to see something of your own. And then from there, we grabbed you straight. So I got signed when I was like 18 years old.
Amazing. I think that's really interesting because it just really proves that like consistency is key.
Yeah.
And just like being passionate and showing your work and getting your content out there. So yeah, that's really good. I'm glad you did it.
Thank you.
So what's it actually like having like a mummager, like your mum as your manager? How does it go in terms of like your relationship, and do you ever feel like there's more pressure or less pressure because it's your mum?
I will say, well, me and my mum, we've got the best. We're like best friends. Like all my friends know that. My friends literally call her mum. Like it's my mum's really chill. So I feel like it's always kind of it's an easier ground to work on when you know you've got a great relationship regardless. Me and my mum, we have the same mind. So it's not really hard having to like, we don't really debate or fight.
Yeah, you don't clash over like ideas and stuff.
It's like anything I'll think, she'll be like, yeah, I kind of agree. And she's pretty laid back, so there's not really much like fighting or kind of tension. However, I will say she is very strict on like, you know, being focused and getting things sorted. But literally my personality is I always want to get things done anyway. So we kind of just work hand in hand. Like there's never really any complications, to be honest. But it's been good.
Good. So what exactly are you working on at the moment?
So I've been working my bum off. Like this 2020, these last 6 months, I have been constantly just working, trying out new things, and really just going into my core more than usual, not being safe, not being afraid to try new things. And I've really enjoyed it. I've also, like this year, I've started working with other artists as well.
Nice.
So last year, well, all the years before, I'd never collabed with artists in the studio and, you know, actually worked on things together. Whereas this year, I'm really starting to do that.
Are you able to give any names?
No.
Keeping it a surprise.
No,
that's fine.
Because I want to like maybe drop an EP at the end of the year.
Okay, nice.
And then it will kind of, that will all explain what I've been doing for the last 6 months.
Perfect. So you said that you've been like trying new things. What would you say the challenges have been as an R&B singer in the UK?
I would say it's been quite difficult. But I've enjoyed every moment of it. And I say difficult as in R&B's a little bit underrated here. And it's because there's this whole thing where pop is the British music, like the main, R&B's not the main sound here. So we've all kind of had to sacrifice maybe, you know, having to accept that R&B might not do as well because it's just not going to get pushed as much. Or, you know, sometimes it's easy to allow yourself to think, oh, this might sound too R&B for here, like, or people say this sounds too American for here. So it's been a little bit challenging, but I feel like once you know the tricks and tips of how to kind of navigate R&B here and still implement UK themes, like in Afro swing, or like a Caribbean essence, or just little simple things that kind of UK do take in, is kind of easier to work with. So I would say it's been difficult, but it's nothing that stressed me out. I've just really just been enjoying it, to be honest.
So even though you're like, you know, you're trying new things in terms of the music, do you still have like an R&B theme within the lyrics? Like, is there a lot to do with heartbreak? Like, how do you like actually go about writing your lyrics and stuff? What's your process?
I always feel like when it's R&B, it's actually so easy to naturally just keep falling into talking about heartbreak, love, boys,
getting your
girls,
feelings,
getting better to be, like, it's actually easy to fall into that just because of the way some of the production makes you feel. I kind of tend to not really focus too much on what I'm gonna write until I hear the beat. The beat kind of allows me to assume, okay, cool, I'm gonna write this, I'm gonna write that. I haven't necessarily stuck to the same like themes of lyrics, but a lot of it naturally is just about boys.
Okay.
Well, not okay. That sounds bad. Not boys, but like
men.
Naturally, do you know what I keep saying? Boys and not men. It's actually getting rude. Sorry. Men. Yeah, it will fit into. Some will fit into like lust, or some will fit into like loving a man or whatever. But I don't really focus on it too much. I just kind of just go with what the production feels like.
Okay, cool. So I did want to ask you like what it actually is like dating as an artist, because I know that like, you know, all your experiences are going to influence what you put in your music.
Yes.
So how do you feel like your dating life has changed since you got into music, or like, you know, since you're getting bigger? And who would like, what kind of person would you say would be your ideal type of man?
Okay.
That would work for you in terms of like working around your career?
Okay, I think a lot of people are going to get shocked by this, but I, as like hyperactive and crazy as I am, I need somebody calm because my day-to-day life is hectic. My job is hectic. Like being an artist is not organized. One day you can actually go, oh, you've got to go this, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. It's not a 9 to 5. It's unstructured. So I know if I had a partner that gives me the sense of clarity and like foundation of like strength and balance, it will kind of ground me.
Understanding, obviously.
I will say being an artist, I'm not really I'm gonna go on a date. I'm not that type of person. Only because one, I'm really focused on what I'm doing, and I just feel like I'm not gonna keep taking my mind off of my goal for people that might not even genuinely be here for me and just be here because they like where my life is going. I've always been quite aware of who my surroundings are, and I know I'm not Rihanna, I'm not huge, but I do know how much where I am and what I'm doing with myself has affected other people's perspectives of me. Like regardless, like I could be literally at a party and people would be talking to me and I can just tell, I know why. Like if I was working anything else, you would not be interested in me. So it has kind of given me more self-awareness to, you know, maybe this person's not really here to be your friend or be your lover or whatever, and it's for a genuine.
So you just have to be like a bit extra wary.
Yeah, like I'm much more wary of who I'm around, my surroundings, and who I tell my business to.
So do you think it's better to like date people in music or out of music?
Personally, my opinion, I don't know if I would date someone in the music industry. I don't know. This might sound mad, yeah. I want to keep my passion to myself.
Fair enough.
I don't.
Because I know you say like music is your life, but I'm sure like you do need a break sometimes.
I need a break, but I can't. Oh, babe, how was studio? Yeah, studio's good. How was your? No. How was basketball? How was?
Have other interests.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's something else. I want to be able to share my. I want to be able to share, everything else besides from like my passion. If that makes sense. Like this is mine. I want you to have your own. So I don't know if, and I also just feel like it's always drama. Like from what I've seen, artist dating is harder than it looks. And I don't know if I'm ready for all of that. Like, I don't really think I'd be interested in dating a rapper or a singer, or I think anything outside of the field, in the athletic field, good to go. I'm good to go.
Okay, very interesting. Yeah. Guys watching. So you mentioned like, you know, the way people like interact with you, and you kind of understand like why they would like want to take extra interest in you because of your music and stuff. Where is it that you see yourself going like in your career? What's your vision?
The thing is with me, I've always said literally from the start, I never want to cap myself or like put like a hold on what I can do. I don't want to limit myself, so I never really try and say my goal is to reach here. I want to just reach the peak of myself and know within myself this is like the best I can be. I don't necessarily want to compare myself to say, oh, I want to be as big as Billie Eilish or I want to be as big as Rihanna or Beyonce, because if I can get higher than that, then great.
You want to be in your own lane, basically.
I want to be where I feel potentially I'm most happiest at. And just continuing that and literally just being happy in the process, I would say, is what I maintain and I really want to try and do. I don't want to be big and everyone knows me without maintaining the happiness. Otherwise, I just don't want it, to be honest. So...
I really like the humble vibes and really like it. What advice would you give to like upcoming artists?
I would say, oh, this is actually a good one. Okay, stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Do not let people brainwash you into being, oh, try this a bit more. Try this. If you want to try it, then do it. Do not like look around. My main thing. This is actually my main thing. Forget that. No, don't forget that. Forget that last one. But this one, stay in your lane. Don't look at anyone else in the race. Focus on yourself, because once you start looking at other people, you start tripping. Everyone else is on a completely different path to you. Yours might take 5 more years, but it might last for 10 more years than the other person. And I've always stayed humble to that. And I don't really focus on everyone else's paths because I know mine is completely different. And I will say to any artist that is, beginning their journey, continue to focus on yourself. Don't look at anyone else. Don't compare yourself. Don't ask yourself, oh, why haven't I gotten here yet? Why haven't I been able to do this yet? I should be there. Your time will come. If it's not come yet, it's for a reason. And just continue to do what you're doing.
So on that note of like, telling people to stay true to themselves, I know a lot of people have this like perception that when they sign to labels, the label will like get very involved in changing them and stuff. So a lot of people like being independent artists. What kind of tips would you give specifically for independent artists to help them grow like you have?
I would say personally, the main thing is literally staying true to yourself, because when a lot of opinions get involved, you generally start to lose yourself. Like you generally think, maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe I can't do this, maybe I can't do that. The same reason you've got to where you are now is based generally off of yourself. Like I got signed because I was doing what I liked, covers. I was doing what I enjoyed. That's why I'm where I am now. It's got nothing to do with other people's opinions. It's what I was staying true to doing myself. So I will say, being independent. Don't listen to too many opinions. Go for what feels right. And also, obviously, strategic-wise, don't be afraid to take other people's opinions, but have your own.
Yeah, take it with a pinch of salt, basically.
Have your own foundation of what you know is best for you. Don't be vulnerable and just take everyone's food, and then you're just lost and you don't really know what you're doing with yourself. So yeah.
Thank you so much for that. The whole reason I made this show was for people to really get an insight into what it's like as an artist and, get some tips. So really appreciate that. On the last note, I just want to speak about your next single. So do you just want to drop the info of like when it's coming out? What are the vibes going to be? Like all of that.
So my next single is with me and my best friend, Lotto Ash. He's such a cool guy. If you haven't met him, literally, he's one of the best people I've met. Like he's honestly, I love that guy. It's called Vibes and Ting. It's literally just vibes and ting. Like it's just good energy, happiness, partying. It should be out hopefully next month. And the video, we're literally preparing for the video now. So that will be it. If this is out by the time it's out, and you at the video, you know it was lit.
Summer vibes as well, like the weather is coming through.
The summer tune, it needs to come. So we're going to do that for you for Vibes and Things. But yeah, that is my next single.
Do you have anything that you want to like end the interview on in terms of to your viewers?
To my viewers. So, hi guys. I just want to say, I hope you're all having a great day right now, or evening, wherever you're watching this. And if times are feeling tough right now, please stay focused and stay grounded. And I always say, when there's a thunder or a storm, stay still. Don't try and run around with the thunder or the storm because you're going to fly around. Stay still, let everything settle down. I will say that's something that I have been doing this year as well, when a lot of I'm in an impulse of emotions and I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, why isn't this working? When I stay still, it always calms down, and then I'm grateful that I didn't act on impulsive decisions. So I will say, if you're going through time right now where you don't really know what's going on, you don't have much clarity, stay still, remain humble, and everything will, sort itself out.
I love that. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. So yeah, guys, if you have not liked, subscribed, commented on the channel, please do. I really appreciate the support, and I will catch you again with another touch base with Zara.